Hey guys, Kevin here, and let's list. So, what are lists? Lists are basically data types where you can store different values in it. So I could store 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's a list. Alright. When you want to store multiple items or multiple values, you can use a list. What list can also do is that you can also store values which are of different data types. So I could store 1, 2, 3, a, b, c. Alright, and that's a valid list. List can store all different data types. Lists can also store lists inside them. So let's say I want to create a database kind of thing where I write the name, age, and gender. Gender should be M or F, and name, age. Name is a string, age is a number, and gender is a M or F. That's a character. If I want to store that data for 10 people, I could use a list as well. I could create a list which stores the name, gender, and age of name, gender, and age of one person, and then that sub list can be put inside a big list, and we'll look at that example as well. The best part of lists are that they are mutable. So like unlike strings, they are mutable. We can say that the element at the index in this list is, let's say, 5. I want to change it to 10. I can do that. So that's a plus point. And we are also going to be looking at all the different functions that can be applied on lists. So let's first have a basic overview of lists. So let's create a new section over here, lists, and let's write some code for it. So let's define lists. All right. So basically you can name it anything. So let's write it student. All right, and put a square bracket and then write Kevin, right? Age 19 and gender as male. So that's the data set of one student. All right. If I were to print this, obviously I could do print student, and it should get printed properly. Yeah. All right. Uh, Another thing that I can do with this is okay. Now if I want to print just the name, what I can do is again write 0 over here, and it will print just my name. All right. Uh, we can that's indexing for you. So let's do one thing. Let's do this. Let's print student, and then let's print the age. So that's one. And let's print a sublist. So let's print my name and my age but not my gender. So print student, and then let's slice it. So it will go from 0 up to 2. All right. And if I were to run this, print student, so Kevin 19M, print student 1, so that's just my age, and then 0 to 2 I got a sublist. Now let's create a nested list. All right. So nested lists. All right. uh, Class equals to, or yeah, you can't do class because that's a reserved word. So let's do um, school underscore class underscore data. All right. And I could do class data as well. Class data, and this is one list. Now inside that list, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this. I'm going to write, just put space inside. Yeah, I'm going to write David 19, and then male, and then I'm gonna do Mia and 19 and female. Right. If I run this and if I print class underscore data, I'll get the entire list. All right. Uh, Another thing I can print is I can access. Let's say I want to access the third element, that is at index 2. So class underscore data, and then over there 2. So that should print the details of Priya to be. And if I just want to print the name of the person at index 1, I could do class underscore data, and then I could put index 1, and then I could put index 0 because I want to access their name. So if I were to run that, I should get the answer as David. Alright, I could also print a sublist, so I could print David and his age. So let's copy this. Right, and this will print David and 90. Right, so that's a nested list. Now we are going to be looking at the functions that are applicable on list. So what we can do is we'll look at all of these. These are used when you are looking at data structures. So we are going to have a video on it further as well, but just so that everything is covered in this one video, let's do that. So let's create a new code, functions on lists, right? Let's make a new list, uh, list underscore 1 or new, and let's write 3 comma 5 comma 7 comma 9, all right, and 10. All right, now what we are going to do is we have all of these functions. We have got append, extend, insert. I'm gonna apply all of them and tell you what they mean. So let's first look at append. All of these functions will be having the syntax as list underscore new, that is the name of the list, dot append or dot extend. And then let's say I want to add the number 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11 should be it. Let's say I want to add 13 to this. If I add 13, and then if I were to print list underscore new, you will see is that first we had 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and then when we appended, now 13 is a part of the list. What I can do is list underscore new dot pop, and what pop will do is it will remove the latest element, right? So it will remove the latest element, and if I were to print list underscore new now, 13 won't be there. All right. uh, I could also create a sublist, so not a sublist, sorry, another list. So list underscore uh, trail, right, whatever name is coming to my mind, and let that be 13 comma 15 comma 17, right? And if I were to list underscore new dot extend, and then inside that if I were to write list underscore trail, and if I were to print list underscore new, what will happen is, oh, that's an error. The both of the list will get extended, and 13, 15, 17 would be added to the list. We could also insert, so like append, but at a specific position. So let's say inside this list, uh, list underscore new, if I wanna insert, let's say I want to insert 10 at index position 5, right? At index position 4, sorry. So like between 9 and 10, that's the index position 10. So if I were to write 4 over here and then 10 over here, and then if I were to print list underscore new, we get 3, 5, 7, 9, 10 over here. So the new index, the position of 10 in the new list is 4. Now if I were to remove this element, so what I could do was I could add list underscore new dot pop and at index 4, and then print list underscore new. What that would do is it would pop 10 for me, and you get the list again back as it was. uh, you could remove also a specific value. So if I were to remove uh, the last element, that is, let's say if I want to remove 17 from it, I could write this and print list, and yeah, 17 is out of there. And if I want to remove everything from the list, I can use clear. If I want to count, reverse, copy. So let's do them as well. If I were to do a list underscore new, and if I want to copy, if I want to clear them all, I can just do this. And then if I were to print list underscore new, I would get a empty list, right? Empty list. Another thing that I could do is that if I wanna count the number of times a specific item appears in the list, so, and then if I wanna count the number of times, let's say 7 occurs, I write this, and if I do that, I need to print that as well. So yeah, so that's one. All right. If I were to uh, list underscore append, yeah. If I were to append, let's say 7 inside this, uh, yeah, if I were to append 7 into the list, and then count it, and then let's pop it again. You get the count as 2, and else we can do is reverse and copy. So I can also reverse the list. So list underscore new dot reverse, and you get the reverse list. So 15, 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, and I could create a copy of that. So list underscore copy equals to list underscore new dot copy, and then if I clear this, and then if I were to print list underscore copy, even though the list underscore new has been cleared, list underscore copy will still exist, and even after clearing we'll get the list as it was, right? So those are all the functions on I just put this here for the sake of uniformity. These are all the functions that can be applied on lists. So I hope all you go through all of them, you practice them all, and yeah, that's it for lists. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to see more of these tutorials. Give me a follow on Twitter at @KevinPKaria. And if you have any queries, feel free to send an email at ask.kevinpkaria@gmail.com.